Google DeepMind has finally made the biggest move in its history by entering into its Gemini era, which is intended to be a true universal multimodal AI model. Gemini AI is a large language model that has been designed to be significantly more powerful and capable than other open source AIs out there because, instead of just relying on one mode of communication, Gemini utilizes several modes at the same time. Let's take a deeper look. But before we begin, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. The main issue that users have when it comes to open source AI is the fact that there's only one mode of input you can utilize, which in itself is a huge limitation. The Gemini approach to multimodality, on the other hand, is everything that you've ever wanted an artificial intelligence system to be able to do, and these are capabilities that have never really existed in computers before.
An artificial intelligence system to be able to do, and these are capabilities that haven't really existed in computers before.
Traditionally, multimodal models are created by stitching together text-only, vision-only, and audio-only models in a suboptimal way at a secondary stage. Gemini is the multimodal from the ground up, so it can seamlessly have a conversation across modalities and give you the best possible response.
This doesn't mean other multimodal models don't exist. The only difference is that they are created by stitching together text-only, vision-only, and audio-only models in a suboptimal way at a secondary state. Whereas Gemini is multimodal from the ground, meaning it can have seamless conversations across various modalities and presents you with the best possible response.
And absorb any type of input and output, so not just text like most models, but also code, audio, image, and video.
Gemini AI has the capability of understanding the world around us, kinda like the way we do, meaning it can absorb any type of input and output like code, audio, image, and video, instead of being limited to text like most models. When Google got to the end of Gemini's training phase, they realized that this AI model was better than any other out there on some very important benchmarks. Just to give you an idea, of the 50 different subject areas in which Google tested its new AI, it was as good, if not better, than humans who were experts in those areas.
And enterprise customers are going to figure out really creative ways to further refine our Gemini foundational models.
The aim is to let developers and enterprise customers use the model in their own creative way, which will help further refine the Gemini foundational models. Basically, the more users interact with it, the more refined it'll become at deducing any type of input or output it receives or gives.
At this point, instead of responding in text, Gemini goes and creates a bespoke interface to help me explore ideas.
What makes Gemini truly great is its multimodal advanced reasoning capabilities. Not only does it utilize memory to verify sources using Google search and enhance accuracy, it also utilizes tree search and reinforcement learning techniques that were inspired by AlphaGo. But what's really impressive about it is the fact that Gemini can combine data from various tasks and types to make assumptions and draw conclusions. It can construct complex arguments and solve complex problems using a variety of media types, including but not limited to text, graphics, audio, video, code, and graphs. It's believed that these features will make Gemini an AI system that is more adaptable and resembles a person, allowing it to tackle a wide range of difficult problems.
Not only can Gemini solve these problems, but this is the amazing part. It can read the answers and understand what was right and what was wrong.
Google also claims that its latest foundation model is capable of handling mathematical tasks like never before. Just like any other AI tool out there, Gemini can also carry out simple mathematical operations like adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, but what sets this AI apart is its ability to find solutions to more complex mathematical problems in areas like algebra, geometry, pre-calculus, and much more. It can easily comprehend mathematical symbols and notation, including fractions, exponents, roots, and equations. It can even create and justify mathematical solutions and proofs through reasoning and logic. With these enhancements, Gemini will become an even more potent and flexible AI system, able to tackle a wide range of complicated mathematical problems.
With its advanced reasoning capabilities, Gemini was able to distinguish between papers that were relevant to the study.
One of Gemini AI's best features is how well it understands science. The AI can find and extract relevant information from a database of thousands of scientific articles by employing methods of information retrieval and natural language processing. It can also utilize computer vision and multimodal thinking techniques to comprehend visual media in addition to text. Solving complex scientific issues in fields including biology, chemistry, and physics, among others, is also not a problem for Gemini. The AI model can even create and articulate scientific ideas and solutions through the use of reasoning and logic. All of these capabilities truly put Gemini AI in a league above all other AI models available at the moment.
Our most capable and largest model for highly complex tasks, Gemini Pro, our best performing model for a broad range of tasks, and Gemini Nano, our most efficient model for on-device tasks.
As stated earlier, Gemini is more than just one multimodal model, it's an entire family of models. It comes in 3 different sizes: Gemini Ultra, Pro, and Nano. The Gemini Nano is designed to be used on smartphones, specifically the Google Pixel 8. It's designed for on-device tasks that require efficient AI processing, such as summarizing entire texts or suggesting replies within various chat applications. Then we have Gemini Pro, which is currently running on Google's data centers and is designed to power the latest version of Bard, the company's AI chatbot. It has the ability to understand complex queries as well as deliver speedy response times. Finally, there's Gemini Ultra. It is Google's most capable model in the family and has already exceeded the current 30 of the 32 widely used academic benchmarks used in the research and development of LLMs.
We started seeing that Gemini was better than any other model out there on these very, very important benchmarks. For example, each of the 50 different subject areas that we tested on.
In such a short amount of time, Gemini Ultra has already surpassed GPT-4 in almost everything. When it comes to various benchmarks set by ChatGPT, Gemini has managed to break 7 out of 8 of them, with a notable high in coding with a human eval. The area where it didn't perform well was in HelloSwag, where it achieved an 87.8 compared to GPT-4's 95.3. Now, when it comes to the multimodal benchmarks, what's really incredible is that across every single image benchmark, Gemini Ultra surpassed GPT-4's previous capabilities. When it came to video, DeepMind compared Gemini Ultra to Flamingo, and surprise surprise, it outperformed that as well. In the audio department, Gemini Pro not only outclassed OpenAI's Whisper v2, but Whisper v3 as well, which proves that Google Gemini truly is a state-of-the-art large language model or multimodal AI system.
Now here we need to know and take a look at what is next for Google Gemini, because apparently this is only the beginning. So Hassabis says Google DeepMind is already looking into how Gemini might be combined with robotics to physically interact with the world.
According to Demis Hassabis, this is only the tip of the iceberg of what Google DeepMind has in store for the future. They're light years ahead and are already looking into how they can combine Gemini with robotics to physically interact with the world. But for this to be truly multimodal, they'll have to program the robots to be able to receive touch and tactile feedback. While that might sound like something from the future, Hassabis says there's a lot of promise in applying these types of foundational models to robotics. Since it's still in the early stages, the full extent of this phenomenal AI's capabilities is yet to be explored. With more users utilizing this model, Gemini will get better and better, but it can't be denied that Gemini is truly one step forward for the future of AI. What do you think about Gemini AI? Let us know in the comments and see you next time.